We're here at the beautiful historic Exchange Place, and we're visiting now with Marshall Adisman, one of the many volunteers here who make the Exchange Place happen. And we're going to talk about something very exciting coming up in April, and that is the Exchange Place's Spring Garden Fair. Marshall, thank you for being with us once again.
Thank you for being here.
We are very excited about yet another great Exchange Place event coming up, aren't we?
We sure are. The Spring Garden Fair is coming up the end of April, the 28th and 9th, which is a Saturday and Sunday. And this will be the 28th annual Spring Garden Fair. We've been doing it now since, what is that, the early 1970s. It started off as a one-day event and got so popular that it's just been expanded to a complete weekend. So Saturday we're open from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, and then Sunday from noon until 5 in the afternoon. And there is an admission charge. It's going to break the bank. It's a whole $1 for adults and 50 cents for children under the age of 12. And it's done kind of as a celebration of spring. I mean, we've been lucky. We've had kind of a mild, strange mild winter, but still it is winter. And now, as we're going to be getting into hopefully nicer weather, people are going to be thinking about getting out in their gardens, doing their planting, doing all the things they want to make the house and the yard look great. And that's what we're here for. We're going to have lots and lots of vendors who are going to be able to advise you on things that you can do for your plantings, or if you have a farm, things that you can do for the farm. And of course, these vendors will be more than happy to sell you some of their products. But there will be other things going on here that just make it a wonderful, wonderful spring event. It's a perfect kickoff for spring, so it's a wonderful spring event.
Oh, I agree. I agree. It is the perfect kickoff for spring, and as you mentioned, there's literally something for everybody. This is a great event. I'm always a little partial to food myself. You have a lot of wonderful opportunities for that, but like you said, I think the gardening aspect, the spring focus is just so intense, so much fun, and we're really excited. The thing that I always take a lot of pride in knowing about the Exchange Place is that it's just totally volunteer run and managed. And you mentioned the $1. The thing that what a bargain for starters. Number two, that money is absolutely critical in support of the Exchange Place. So, in my opinion, I realize I'm a little biased, but I think that's the best buck you can spend in April, in my opinion.
Well, there aren't too many places where you can go and just do something and spend a good share of the day, and all it's cost you is $1.
Yeah.
And in case people were wondering, generally the proceeds from the Spring Garden Fair and the Fall Folk Festival go towards the feed for the animals, because we are a living history farm, but we are a working farm. We are growing plants back there, and we have horses and cows and pigs and sheep and chickens.
Yeah.
No more. Well, I think we do have a cat or two out there, but we have all sorts of animals that get fed.
Yeah.
Suzanne Burrow comes out here every day to take care of the horses, and our new caretaker, Renda Keith, is out here taking care of the other animals. Well, we got to have money to get them fed, and so the money that we collect, the Spring Garden Fair and the Fall Festival, much of that goes towards feeding the animals all year long, because they are out here 12 months a year.
Man, what an amazing impact that is, and what an amazing amount of dedication you volunteers have here. I think that's really critical, and I bet you can always use volunteers, can't you?
You can always use volunteers. We do have a great set of volunteers, and everybody has certain unique skills that they can be called on for. They know not to call me if it has to do with a hammer or a screwdriver or anything like that, but there are people who have certain things that they like to do, and we let them do it. But we are always looking for more people. If anybody was interested, they should just call the Exchange Place number and leave their name and phone number, and somebody will get back to them and find out what it is that they want help with, because, again, we're always looking for people.
Yeah. Well, now, getting back to the Spring Garden Fair now, will there be crafts available?
There will be yard crafts and folk crafts out here, so you can browse and look and see what might go perfect on your mantel place.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, there's going to be people with plants and herbs. A lot of herbs, by the way. There's going to be always an emphasis on cooking naturally. So there will be people that can give you advice about plants and herbs and other things that you put in the ground or hang on baskets, that kind of stuff. There will be our Hearthside Kitchen will be up and going, so you can see demonstrations of how people cooked back in the 1850s. And there will also be somebody out here who will be using the open oven and makes some of the best pizza you've ever had. And he also sells this bread that he makes. So that's one of the highlights for me of the fair. There will be a lot of things for kids, which will include the sheep shearing, which is an annual event at the Spring Garden Fair. We have, of course, sheep, and we have demonstrations of how the sheep are sheared. And the kids always say, "Oh, is it going to hurt them?" Well, of course, it does not hurt the sheep. It's like going in and getting a haircut. And so we demonstrate that for the kids, and then we tell them what that wool was used for and how it was spun to make clothes, because people who lived in the 1850s didn't have stores to go to. They made their own clothes. So we have demonstrations like that, and I think, let's see, what else do we have here? We're going to have different talks. Some of the people that come out here volunteer their time by giving educational talks on plants and herbs, flowers, things that are spring related, growing related. So we'll do a series of what we call talks and walks on Saturday and Sunday. And we have something called the G-Haw Wimmy Diddle Competition. And you're probably asking, what is a G-Haw Wimmy? This is a G-Haw Wimmy Diddle. Basically, it's two sticks with a little propeller attached to it, but apparently there's an art to it, an art which I have not mastered. But we have a gentleman named Will Hines, who has been a national Wimmy Diddle champion, who lives in this area, lives down in Greenville, Tennessee, and comes up every year and gives demonstrations, and then judges, or is one of the judges for the competition. Basically, you take stick A, and you've got stick B that's got some notches into it, and you get it so that that propeller is moving a whole lot faster than I'm doing it. As I say, there is an art to it which I have not mastered, but
here, wait, can we cut that out? Maybe, hopefully. Okay.
I think you're safe.
I think I'm safe. So that's neat, because that gives me some hope. Maybe I too can train to be a
G-Haw Wimmy Diddle.
There you go. That is. I have a newfound goal in life.
The phrase G and Haw actually comes from 200 years ago. If you were with your mule and you were leading the mule and you wanted him to go left, you didn't say left turn, Clyde. You said G, and if you wanted him to go right, you said Haw. I don't know how that started, but that's how it started. So obviously these things are going left to right, right to left, and that's why it's called G-Haw Wimmy Diddle.
G-Haw Wimmy Diddle.
So anyway, we will have that out here on Sunday. That'll be the competition. But there's just going to be things going on out here all the time for young and old alike. And of course it's a wonderful place just to walk around and see what's growing and see what's happening. We don't have any new buildings as of right, or any new attractions as of right now, but especially if you've never been here before, it's a great place to come and visit. Exactly.
I couldn't agree more. Well, Marshall, thank you.
Thank you.
Do come and enjoy the Spring Garden Fair. Support Exchange Place's efforts at feeding the animals, and try your hand with a G-Haw Wimmy Diddle, and see if you've got better skills than I do.
Or me.
Or Marshall. Although we have a national champion in the making.
I might have to enroll that.
Cue the Rocky music, running all night. Marshall, thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Appreciate it very much. And we'll be right back with our special visit from our great friend at the Senior Center, Michelle, and see what kind of fun we can get into there. Well, now that Michelle has pretty successfully destroyed me in a game of shuffle boarding, let's get on with the stuff that maybe I can get a little bit on level with you on here. No cheating required. You guys have got some pretty cool events coming up here in April.
Sure. One of those is Hatfield McCoy Dinner Show, which is new in Pigeon Forge, and we're going there on Tuesday, April the 3rd, and we'll leave from here about 12:30, and we'll get back somewhere around 9:30 that evening, because it is an evening show, and the cost is $53, but now that's all inclusive.
Okay.
That includes your way down there. It also includes the dinner and the show. And sign up begins on March the 6th, and we're going to shop first at the Bass Pro Shop, which who doesn't like to go shopping at the Bass Pro Shop?
Particularly the guys. The guys will enjoy that.
That's for sure. So we'll shop there at the Bass Pro Shop first, and the dinner will be at 4:15, and the show's at 5. So it's sure to be a fun day.
Oh, that'll be a great day.
And we're also having our annual Easter luncheon. That'll be on Thursday, April the 5th, here at the Senior Center on the first floor. And anyone that's interested in coming to that, we just ask that they sign up with us in the office. And they need to bring a covered dish to share that day. The Senior Center will provide ham, potatoes, and rolls, and we just need side items.
Good spread, good.
Oh yeah,
good.
There's always a lot of good food at the Easter luncheon, but we're asking everybody to start signing up for this on March the 5th, and it's sure to be a great time. So. Harry Hall and his wife Jan Rose, they bring a sound system to set up, and they have lovely background music during the luncheon, so people will be able to enjoy their music as well. So that should be good. We've got some health programs coming up also in April. We've got a Living on the Edge with Prediabetes class, and that's going to be on Tuesday, April the 10th at 12:30. And there's no cost for this, and it's going to be in our card room. There will be light refreshments served, something like probably a vegetable tray and some water. But our speaker is Lisa Gilreath, who is with Indian Path Medical Center's Health Resource Center, which is located in the Kingsport Town Center. But they're coming down and doing this program for us. So, you know, if you have had your blood work done and the results have shown that your blood sugar is a little bit elevated, that's what they call prediabetes. So we're trying to get people educated on how to get your numbers better before you would be determined as a diabetic.
And this would be for both those who have diabetes or prediabetes, as well as those family members who live with someone who has it, I bet.
Right. Yep, that's it. It would be for anyone.
Right.
So if there would be someone that maybe has a family member that's, you know, has a higher than normal blood sugar level on their blood work, they could come and find out the information for them.
It's going to be some great information there.
Sure. We also have a mini health fair that's going to have blood glucose checks and hand massages.
Oh, nice.
This is also going to be on Tuesday, April the 10th at 9 o'clock. There's no cost for this. It's going to be on the billiard side hallway, and this is provided by Emeritus and Windsor Medicare Extra. And the hand massages are provided by Waterfalls of Wellness. And there's no sign-up required. Just people walk up and get this done that day.
Sweet. I may wander in here and get me a hand massage. And I'm not sure how that works, but it sounds good. Massage, just the word massage.
Oh, yeah. Now, something else we have available is table massage. And that's on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons from 1 to 3. The cost is $15 for 30 minutes. And then also on Fridays, we have those. And on Fridays, it's with Deborah. On Tuesdays and Thursdays with Billy. And their phone numbers are listed in our newsletter.
Okay.
So people can call and set up their own appointment time. So talking about massage, you know, that's good too. We also have reflexology and chair massage, where they work on your neck and your shoulders, and that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 11 here in the billiards room hallway.
So you literally do cover the overall wellness of the human body and how to protect it, maintain it, take care of it.
Exactly.
Very, very nice. I didn't realize you guys did all that down here.
Well, you know, you have to include that along with your exercise, your diet, and everything is included. And we try to have classes that go across the whole aspect of wellness. So
Very nice.
We are also going on several outings in April.
Okay.
We're going to the Flat Rock Playhouse in Flat Rock, North Carolina, to see Something Wonderful, the music of Rodgers and Hammerstein. That's on Thursday, April the 12th. We leave at 9:15. The cost is $44. It includes your transportation and ticket. And lunch is on your own with us that day at O'Charlie's. And the sign-ups will begin on March the 2nd. So we encourage anyone that would like to go see a fabulous play at Flat Rock Playhouse to go with us. And along those same lines, we're going to the Wofford House in Withville, Virginia, to see Under the Boardwalk. And this is on Wednesday, April the 18th. We'll leave from here at 9:45 that morning. And the cost is $44. It includes your transportation, your lunch and show. And boy, they have wonderful food at the Wofford House. So if you haven't been, that's something that I think anyone would enjoy.
Must see. Definitely a must see.
Oh, yes, for sure. And also for anyone that likes coffee and chocolate, we're going to the Chocolate Cafe and Coffee Company in Greenville. That's on Friday, April the 20th, leaving from here at 10:45. And the cost is $5 when you sign up, and that begins on March the 1st. And there's a menu available at the front desk. So you can check out the menu and see if that's something you'd want to do.
But I think you've already captured everybody's imagination with the chocolate and coffee. I don't think anything else needs to be said.
Yeah, I don't know of many people that don't like chocolate and coffee.
You're right.
We are also going. We're also going back to the Flat Rock Playhouse to see Say Goodnight, Gracie. It's a Love, Laughter, and Memory show, and this is on Thursday, May the 3rd. Again, we leave from here at 9:15, and the cost is $44, and the sign-up begins on April the 5th.
Okay.
So several different opportunities to go on outings with us.
Yeah.
And we're going locally to the Barter Theater to see Legally Blonde on Thursday, May the 24th. We leave from here at 10:30, and lunch is on your own at Allison's in Abingdon, which is a nice family-style restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And sign-up begins for this on April the 5th. And anytime that we have a trip planned or another program and it says sign-up begins on a certain date, it's that day or after that people can sign up for that.
Okay.
So we will have people lined up here in the hallway that morning to get signed up for programs. So that's what that means.
Okay.
And for anyone who is thinking about coming and joining the Senior Center, they can do so now. The cost is, if you are a resident of the city of Kingsport, it's $15 a year. Sullivan County is $35 a year, and $60 any other counties outside of Sullivan County. And what a bargain.
Oh, what a great bargain. Get to enjoy all of this, have an opportunity to do so many of these wonderful trips that you just mentioned, to take advantage of the health and education information. I can't think of a better deal. I think I'd be wise to get plugged in, don't you?
That's right. We have just a few more years.
Well,
Because you have to be
but
50
you go
or
on
over.
so many of these wonderful trips. How can I not? I'll wait. Oh, but only because you're making me. I'll wait.
Well,
Get
that's
on down
I have
here.
To wait.
Get on down here. Get plugged into the Senior Center. Get to enjoy a wealth of this information, and come on down, have a good time, learn, go on trips, and oh, by the way, come down here and do a little shuffleboarding, and maybe you can take me on and be a little kinder to me than Michelle was.